G'day fellow Christian over the internet, this is must see and subscribe to Argonian on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius. You know, there's some things that has brought to my minds as of late, because ever since this billionaire owner of Tesla, SpaceX, Hyperloop, and now in Tesla, ever since that Elon Musk has brought Twitter, and now we named it as the name that I refuse to call it as a certain letter, you know, that he's so much obsessed with. You know, I'm not going to call it X. I'm just calling it Twitter or the bird. Things have started to go absolutely downhill. You know, going downhill with this social media platform that I still name, and I don't care if I dead name, to be honest, Twitter. Some of the things that he's sort of done to change it. I mean, he fired his employees, you know, for not agreeing with about his business model. Or, you know, he was trying to get rid of the woke, or whatever's considered even essential leftist ideology. And to be honest with you, that he's going to do even more worse things to this app, to a point that people will end up leaving this app completely. I mean, let's think about it. And now to make things worse, even though that I don't like talking about politics, but there's going to be a video in the future that there's going to be another thing of politics, because there's something that really concerns me right here in Australia. But this is like on another video. The intentional reason, or what Elon Musk has claimed as the original reason, is that he's going to bring back what's, to be honest with you, well, it's already there in the first place, free speech. But the thing about it is that, according to Elon Musk, that X isn't an outlet of free speech ever since that they banned the, I hate to say this, newly elected criminal president that's turning out to be a normal Hitler, Donald Trump, as you know, even though they was kicked off Twitter due to his radical right-wing Nazi views. And nowadays, that Elon Musk have reinstated Donald Trump into this platform, just reinstated his account and everything. And the center left, including us furries, are not very happy about it. Not to mention that over there in America, that Donald Trump had appointed Elon Musk as his Secretary of Social Media, or introduced Elon Musk into his cabinet to police all of social media, since that he owns Twitter now. So, because of this, and a lot more of these that I will explain later, that we see people leaving Twitter because of Elon Musk owning it. Do I blame furries for leaving the app? No, of course not. Is there any good reasons why furries and other people decide to jump ship, or jump off this sinking ship from Twitter and made their accounts to Blue Sky? Hell, I don't blame them. Including that there's some certain artists out there that he's thinking about jumping ship already. Let's face it, all Elon Musk is putting Twitter is towards the iceberg, and he's steering further and further towards it. This is what really concerns me of what is happening right now. Here's a bit of a fact that Elon Musk used to run Facebook back then. Well, actually no. Elon Musk used to own PayPal back then. And he founded PayPal under the name of Xbank. Now that really is like an app of what it used to be called, right? Apparently, Elon Musk has sold Xbank to Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg then renamed this Xbank app as what we know as today, PayPal. And this is the only reason why Elon Musk wants to own Twitter, so he can create an X app, which what we hear now. And because of Elon Musk, is that you don't have to have many followers to get the blue tick, no. But you can also buy the blue tick off him, you know. In other words, even though that the blue tick enables people to write longer tweets than they can before without the blue tick or without the verification tick. So this is the thing, because the fact of the matter is that, well, now you would have to pay Elon Musk to get that verification tick so that you can write as many characters that you want on Twitter, or at least up the social media character limit. And the reason why that Elon Musk decides to put it in, and I betcha that it has to go through him to get that blue tick, is that I've got a feeling that people would want to still call the app Twitter as much as like I do. Even though that I do call the app as X to even cater to the character limit, because I'm too much of a cheap ass to even buy some blue tick on my app just to write the word Twitter and make my tweets longer instead of just writing so many follow-up tweets that I usually do. Hell, I don't support Elon Musk, even though that he to me is just faking his autism, right? Saying that he's autistic. I honestly been in this sort of I got fooled because I wanted to support Elon Musk because of his claimed autism, or what he claimed as autism. I wanted to support a fellow autistic business or creator because there's not many of them around, to a point that I wanted to buy a Tesla as my next car. Turns out that he's just faking it. Not to mention that he's becoming more and more, how can I put it, a bit egotistical, a bit of a tyrant, and that is the reason why he voted for and endorsed Donald Trump, because he's a fellow tyrant, not just a millionaire. So you might as well ask yourself, why are people like me leaving Twitter? What are the good reasons people are leaving Twitter and jumping ship to the alternate bird app called Blue Sky, or what is the Butterfly now? Well, number one, the thing about it is, the one reason is that even if you block someone on Twitter, that maybe that you are virtually unsafe with that person, and block that person, because out of your own safety. Now, Elon Musk had turned this enabling off. And why? Because it's all to do with free speech. So, in other words, that if you turn the ability to block someone off and take away from that from the app, it is going to be a lot more dangerous for the user. Blocking people is the solution to help prevent cyberbullying. You know, to prevent stalking from cyberbullying and harassment and all that kind of stuff. Now, people, yeah, sure, there are some people that block because they don't like the person. But sometimes people block the other person on the social media app because they are afraid of them. They are scared. They are worried that they feel very unsafe towards that person. Right? And they are sick and tired of all the harassment that they get from the person on Twitter. Of all the blackmail and all that. Take away blocking and you get people harassing you like there's no tomorrow. Taking digs at you. Hell, perhaps even to torment you to the brink of you know what. And I'm not going to say this because it's going to, it'll end up, in other words, destroying yourself. Number 2, there are artists leaving this platform because of Elon Musk is training AI of furry artists that are even struggling to replicate the art as well. Because I said, I made this video up about like what AI can do to artists, and even though I don't support this thing anyway. But it also is concerning because if you train AI to do the best possible art to replicate that person's work, then it's going to be this rate. The way the future's been going is that you can't, how can I put it? You can't, compare which is the actual artist's work and the actual piece of work done by artificial intelligence. And thirdly, the reason why people are leaving Twitter, and especially the furries for Palestine, I should say, I'm pretty much one of them, is that, well, and ever since that Donald Trump had become president, that we are becoming more and more fearful, of what Project 2025 will do to us. What Project 2025 would do to the people that are the minorities that are living in America. Whether it's LGBTQ+, whether it's minorities, whether it's immigrants, whether those that are not of Western religion, like, for other words, those that are not Jewish, Christian, or Catholic, or Orthodox, but much rather Muslim. We're in this stage where even for our political views, our views towards the genocide of the Palestinians, our views on the Russia versus Ukraine war, in a way, most of the left-wingers' right for free speech and expression will end up being taken away. And as is that Project 2025 are looking to erase the LGBTQ community altogether. And I'm very, very sorry to bring that up. And I know that it will never erase the LGBTQ community because, you know, but that's another story as well. And to be honest with you, what about me? Am I going to leave X or Twitter? Well, to be honest with you, it really depends. As that I've got 383 followers on Twitter versus 83 followers on Blue Sky now. And I do use those two platforms, I mean both Twitter and Blue Sky, to promote my work, promote my art on YouTube as well. And to me, I'm worried as well. And it's going to be this rate that I'm going to say something that the right wing won't like. And which would cause my account to shut down on X altogether. But you know what? Elon Musk in that. Because because of what Elon Musk is doing to Twitter, I'm not even going to end up making another account ever again. And there's going to be this one stage that, well, if they end up shutting down my Twitter account because of my pro-Palestinian views and all that kind of stuff, that's it. I really don't care. It's not my loss, but theirs, and my followers on X, which I do apologise. And yeah, I'm sure that I'm going to lose followers on X. But the thing about it is, I can see why people are leaving that platform altogether. And to be honest with you, leaving Twitter and saying sayonara to their accounts. And and I can't stop anyone from doing it, whether you stay there in Twitter, whether you go from Twitter, it's entirely up to you. You can just leave that platform, and for any reason as well. So anyway, this is just my 10 cents about of furries leaving Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So what are your thoughts on this matter? You know, are you thinking about leaving Twitter? Do you have any more reasons as to why that you're leaving Twitter? You know, I'm very curious. You don't have to put it down, but you know, you can just also you can contribute to this video by typing your in the comment section. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you press the like button, as that way that it'll get the YouTube algorithm to like me, even though that I don't know if my channel would end up growing and all that kind of stuff. You know, yeah, or something like that, but oh jeez, I'm just blaming one again. That would probably be discussed in the next video. Also, if you do like this, if you do want to support me on this video, make sure that you tap that subscribe button, even though that it would be the small, minute thing that you would do for me, but ironically, it would do a hell of a lot for me as well as a creator. Also, the usual social medias, including both Twitter and of course Blue Sky, if you want to follow me there, is also on the description down below as well. If you wanted to friend me on PSN, or if you want to look for me and tell me on PSN, my gamer tag is Bruzo21. Also, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel, or whatever you do to support me. You know, thank you for your subscriptions, and if you have subscribed, make sure that you press the bell icon so you can be the first person to know and turn your notifications on in your devices. Anyway, this is must see and subscribe to Argonian here on YouTube. Bruzo Dragonius. Saying, may this guide you all. Stay safe out there. And as always, may this guide you all. Bye for now.